Saibhai, how does it make you feel to see this young generation do so well?
Look, they are taking India to greater heights, and as an Indian, I'm absolutely delighted at the way they have been doing that. And I'm just thinking that this is going to extend. This particular thing is going to extend. I think Clive Lloyd, if I recall rightly, is probably the one with the most unbeaten test matches on the run. So I think Virat and this Indian team's got a very good chance of equaling and bettering that.
Okay, Saibhai, do we sometime end up underplaying Virat the skipper because of how good Virat is as a batsman?
Well, I think Virat the batsman actually helps Virat the captain, because if Virat the batsman wasn't getting the runs, then Virat the captain would be under severe stress. So I think I don't think we are underestimating his captaincy, but I think the fact that he's scoring these big hundreds is really the thing that is helping him and the Indian team.
Okay, Saibhai, was it heartening to see? I mean, we're used to seeing the Indian team win on home conditions, but very rarely do we see the Indian team win on the back of some good performances from the fast bowler. So, I mean, Virat has been in great form, Ashwin has been in great form. This is what we've seen of the team. But do you think the biggest positive in this match could have been how the fast bowlers performed? Ishant Sharma, Umesh Yadav in particular, and Bhuvneshwar, of course.
Yes, I think all three were magnificent. I'm just thinking that if India had bowled first on a pitch where there was a little bit of grass, I think the match could have finished early. Because the way all three of them bowled, Bhuvneshwar, Ishant, Umesh in that first spell, in the first innings, was absolutely terrifying. So I think if they had fielded first, India had maybe lost the toss and were asked to field first, then this match could have even ended early, because they were absolutely superb. They got the ball to move, they were getting the ball to thud into the wicketkeeper's gloves and making life miserable. I mean, the spell that he bowled to Saqib, now Saqib is a very good player, but Saqib had very little idea which way the ball was going, whether it was coming into him and leaving him. That was so good from Umesh Yadav.
Saibhai, let's now look at from Bangladesh's perspective. It's been 5 years since any team batted 100 overs. I'm talking about a visiting team batted 100 overs twice in both the innings in India. I mean, that speaks a lot for a team like Bangladesh, considering, we've had bigger teams like England, South Africa, Australia visit, even New Zealand visit in that interim.
Oh, certainly does. I think they've really done themselves no harm whatsoever. Yes, they lost the test match, and that's because they played some pretty ordinary shots in the second innings, starting from their skipper, Mushfiqur. It was as if I've got 100 in the first innings, so it doesn't matter what I do in the second innings. Now, if he had only batted as responsibly as he had done in the first innings, Bangladesh could have stretched the match even more and maybe even drawn the game. But I think this is something where India has gotten better, where players are looking to do well in all the aspects. And players are looking, if a bowler has taken wickets in the first innings, he wants to take more wickets in the second innings. If a batsman has got 100 in the first innings, he wants to get another 100 in the second innings. I think this has been the big change, and which is the reason why the Indian team is so consistent, is because players, whether it's batsmen, bowlers, are not happy with what they've achieved in the first innings, but want to do better in the second innings as well. They're not getting complacent. And I think that is what Bangladesh need to do, not get easily satisfied, but look to get better every innings.
Okay, Saibhai, and we heard from Virat Kohli a short while ago. He said that their hearts and minds are now set on the Australia tour. We all know in India versus Australia now probably is the biggest rivalry in cricket. Do you think this Indian team is looking like blanking out the Australian team?
Well, it depends on the kind of surfaces that we get. See, I think in Pune we'll probably get a pitch where there's a little more grass, something like we had in Hyderabad, or something like we had even for the one-day game against England. The curator over there is a former fast bowler, and he'll certainly leave just a little bit of grass, mainly because the grass will help to bind the surface together and make it last for at least 4 to 5 days. So I think that's going to be the key test match. I think Bangalore and Ranchi will probably help turn. I'm not too sure about Dharamshala. So it's not probably going to be a cakewalk for India, because the Australians never lie down and give up anyway. The Australians will fight till the last.
Okay, and Saibhai, finally, the IPL auctions aren't too far away. There were a couple of players that weren't the hot picks in IPL. Ishant Sharma was going through a bad time because of injury. Cheteshwar Pujara has never been in favour as far as the IPL teams are concerned. Do you think this was a good audition by these two looking ahead to the IPL auctions?
Well, you know, I mean, for the last 9 years, even I've offered myself, nobody picks me. So even at my base price. So I think with these guys, you know, yes, I think it sometimes makes sense to, you know, offer yourself at a base price. And I think while some of these players have been released, it might actually be a blessing in disguise for them. And surely, I think what they have done over here, what we are seeing in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, will certainly stand those players who are performing in good stead when it comes to the 20th of February.